30 minutes to gather items in Minecraft. Then I need to use whatever items are in my inventory to create an awesome Lego Minecraft build. But if my build stinks, I need to buy a Lego set for the admin of the Lego Minecraft Discord. I started a new survival world with a terrible spawn. Typically, with a spawn like this, you and I would both start a new world. However, in this challenge, there was no resetting. So I gathered wood and made my tools. Once I upgraded to stone, I searched for things to use in my Lego build. But instead of finding resources, I found water. Just what I needed. I paddled as fast as possible, and my luck finally turned up. Not only did I find land, but I also found a desert temple. This was my chance to gather 2 essential resources, cactus and sand. Oh yeah, the stuff inside the temple was helpful too. For example, I found bones. Less importantly, I found diamonds and a golden apple. Finally, I stole the temple's TNT before leaving. After I left, I started panicking again because this Minecraft world was a barren wasteland. What would you do in this situation? I decided to waste time sailing the 7 seas. But soon, I found another desert temple, which I ignored because I needed to start mining blocks. And it's good I skipped the second temple because bada bing bada boom, I discovered a village. Like any good Minecraft player, I robbed these innocent villagers of their only food source. I converted some hay bales into bread so I wouldn't have to worry about food. However, I kept several hay bales because they would make a lovely decoration in my Lego build. After ensuring these villagers would starve, I started smelting my cacti for an essential item. Next, I said hello to some fluffy friends before sleeping in a stranger's bed. My cacti finished smelting into green dye, so I crafted the bones from the temple into bone meal, then white dye. Finally, with their powers combined, I created the ultimate resource, lime dye. Yes, I'm serious. So why did I need lime dye? Let me explain. When you explore a Minecraft world, what do you always see? That's right, grass. And class, what do you need to mine grass blocks in Minecraft? Right again, the Silk Touch enchantment. Final question, class. Is it possible to get the Silk Touch enchantment within the first 30 minutes of a Minecraft world? Yeah. No! No, it's not. Okay, technically it is. But I wasn't going to waste time cycling librarian villagers for Silk Touch, so instead we needed to compromise. That's where the dye came in. Minecraft's lime dye color is similar to Lego's bright green color, and since I couldn't mine grass blocks, I decided to harvest lime wool as a substitute in my Lego build. Fortunately, no one but us will know that the bright green plates in my Lego build are wool blocks, not grass. I don't know which Minecraft mob is your favorite, but this proves that sheep are the best mob in the game. However, I couldn't shear their wool yet because I didn't have shears. Forget the sword, forget the pickaxe, I need shears. That meant I needed iron. As I searched for a cave, I dyed a few more fluff balls along the way, but of course I found another village before I found a cave. Fortunately, there was a cave with a mineshaft right next door, so I gathered the iron, but I finally encountered this challenge's biggest problem: inventory space. Remember, I can only build with whatever items are in my inventory when the timer hits 0. So I needed to make flash decisions about which items to keep throughout the challenge. I turned my diamonds into a sword in case any mobs jumped me for my lime dye and hay bales. But more importantly, I finally made shears. Next, I built my second crucial iron tool, the bucket. You'll learn why this was important later. But these savages noticed I was packing the drip, so I dispatched the greedy fanboys before climbing out of the cave. Nevertheless, the world demanded drip, so it started raining. I ran through the plains, shearing sheep left and right, but shaving these perfect specimens reminded me I needed red wool too, so I dyed some sheep red and sheared their wool. I also collected some white wool because I thought it would make a nice decoration in the build. Things were going well until I realized I had almost 0 cobblestone. I needed to start mining or I would have to make my entire build out of dirt and sand. I used the red wool I gathered to make a bed. I specifically needed a red bed because I only had the pieces to make a red Lego bed. After I slept, I began smelting my cobblestone into stone blocks. There's a color difference between cobblestone and stone blocks in Lego Minecraft, so I wanted to have a supply of both in my inventory. I maximized this smelting time by running around in circles, panicking over which blocks to gather next. Once the stone was ready, I moved to the second village, but as I ran towards the village, I made the most critical move of this challenge, slaying these pigs. I didn't know it yet, but raw pork chops would become the most important item in my inventory. If you thought depleting the first village's food source was evil, you don't want to know what I did to the second village. During my last 5 minutes, I stole tons of forgotten blocks from the houses, like stairs and a door. But after that, I had no idea which items to gather, so I did some panic mining. With only 2 minutes left, I turned some sand into glass and stone into walls. I felt confident in my inventory until I realized I had no fences or torches. The clock was ticking, so I had to decide what to keep and toss. And before I forgot a vital step, I filled my bucket with water. At the last minute, I ransacked the village's fences and torches. Then, with only 30 seconds left, I dashed back to my furnaces to empty them before realizing I didn't have space for the oak planks. I ditched my shears to open my offhand, but my time ran out before I finished crafting more oak planks. Thus, I was plankless. And now that my 30 minutes were over, this was my inventory. I copied it into a super flat world to start building. But before we begin, remember my goal was not to create a good-looking Minecraft build, it was to create a good-looking Lego build. I tried to keep that in mind as I planned my build, but I soon realized I had made a colossal mistake. I went into this challenge without any idea what I wanted to build. Without any direction, I didn't focus on gathering specific blocks. Therefore, random blocks littered my inventory. How would you transform sand, hay bales, and TNT into a stunning Lego Minecraft build? I was already losing hope, but in my darkest hour, the pork chops spoke to me. That's it! With the pork chops guidance, I found my direction. I carved out a base for my build. Then I filled one side with sand and the other with lime wool to stand in for grass blocks. These opposite sides sandwiched a small river which I created using the all-important bucket. This river could have been more impressive. However, it would transform into a flat base plate in my Lego build, so I was okay with how it looked in the game. Once I established the base, I started working on the beach. First, I placed down TNT and hay bales before building a wall to protect them. Why did I make a wall to protect hay and TNT? You'll see. I kept the wall simple because I needed to recreate it using Legos. My only exception was the fence window. I included this because the wall needed to be see-through. I planted more TNT on the opposite side of the wall before planting sugarcane on the water's edge. Next, I bridged the gap with cobblestone. Where does this bridge lead? Why, a house, of course. I gathered most of my building blocks in a village, so I made the house using the standard oak log and cobblestone scheme. However, I used stone for the house's bottom to spice things up. I should explain why my house only has one fence gate and door. There's the obvious answer that I only gathered one of each during my 30 minutes. However, this worked in my favor. Lego Minecraft doors and fence gates are pretty wide, so I only needed to include one of each in my Minecraft version. I didn't want my house to look exactly like a villager hut, so I topped it off with white wool and a row of stone fences. And boom! My little house on the prairie was complete. I kept the back open because I didn't have enough blocks to build another wall unless I wanted to make it out of oak leaves and dirt. I was nearly out of blocks, so this build was almost complete. However, it needed one last touch. It was time to use the most essential item in my inventory, the raw pork chops. You can't get spawn eggs in survival mode, so I decided that holding mob drops allowed me to add the respective mobs to my build. So... with this final touch, my build was complete, so I present to you Private Porky's Revenge! The pigs are raiding the player's house as vengeance for all the Porky brothers and sisters the player's slain. They planted TNT in front of the player's base and built a barrier to safely watch the carnage. However, the player won't go down without a fight. They've got their sword and golden apple ready to face the pork bellies. Here's what was left of my in-game inventory when I finished building. I was happy with the build I created using the scarce resources in my inventory. However, it didn't matter how my build looked in Minecraft. It only mattered that my build looked good as Legos. So let's bring it into the real world in 3, 2, 1. Oh dear. Do you see what's wrong with this Lego build? If you don't, let me tell you. Steve is taller than his house. My Lego recreation is to scale with the game, which means the Steve minifigure is too tall to fit inside. In addition, I couldn't secure the cobblestone roof. It looks fine, just don't touch it. And please don't ask me about the door. I needed to submit build photos to the Lego Minecraft Discord, but don't worry, I hid all the flaws behind the attractive parts. Just like a dating profile. I submitted my photos and gave the Discord 24 hours to vote whether they liked or disliked my Lego build. By the way, shout out to the Lego Minecraft Discord. The Discord's invite link is in the description. The next day, I checked the results. 3 people said they disliked my Lego build, which meant at least 4 people needed to like Private Porky's Revenge. Otherwise, the Discord's admin was about to get one of the new Lego Minecraft sets for free. But before I reveal the results, I'm definitely running this challenge back again for another video, but next time I'm buying the Lego set for you. If I lose this challenge next time, I'll buy a Lego Minecraft set for whoever leaves the best comment on this video, and I'll buy whichever set you want beneath a specific price point. All you have to do is comment on this video and I'll decide which comment I like most. Then once I pick someone, I'll pin their comment so everyone knows we have a winner. But enough about the future. Let's live in the present. With 3 votes stacked against me, at least 4 voters needed to like my Lego build. If you couldn't tell, I had 0 confidence in my build, but let's see the results anyway. 9 people liked my build, which meant I won this challenge. I was stunned. I should have lost this challenge, but I'll take a free win. Since I won this challenge, I didn't have to buy a Lego set for anyone. But this wasn't the first time I've risked my wallet for a YouTube video. You need to click on this video to see me jeopardize my financial safety for your entertainment again.